What is up? Welcome everybody back to another edition of Chairgatin. I'm your host, Rattlesnake, coming at you live once again from the Snake Pit here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Not joined by my co-host Dakota because he is having some technical difficulties. Hopefully he's going to be up any second. So I just said, screw it. I got to get this thing going. We're already like 10 minutes late. Sorry about that, guys. We're here. Let's get right into it. Here we go. What's up? It's Chairgatin coming at you live.
Hello, come right in. Rock, flag, and eagle.
All right, still no Dakota, which is awesome. He said he had to restart his computer. I don't know. No one should be surprised. I'm not surprised. I don't think any of my audience is surprised by this. This is a very Dakota thing. So now he's claiming it's not the internet that's slowing him down. It's his computer. But apparently it's not loading, which I think is an internet problem. What up, Dalton? Already in the chats. RCR is back, baby. Ah, shit. I was going to wear my 8 hat. I forgot to put on my 8 hat. Sorry about that. Already a bad year to be a Kyle Busch hater. Damn right, dude. Kyle Busch going off in the chat. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I literally just hung up the phone with him before I went live. Like, literally 1 second. I said, all right, I'm going live now. Bye. Went live, and he was like, dude, once the intro's over, I'll be on there. Like, I'm pulling it up right now. So we will see if I have a co-host for this episode. Yo, what up, Nick? Good to see you. Something I'm going to talk about, obviously, when Dakota gets here, though, and I'm only thinking about it now, looking at these comments, is the Kyle Busch. You know, what's going on with Kyle Busch right now. I saw an interview with him on that really stupid Barstool NASCAR podcast that is just this is the worst NASCAR podcast in the world. But they were asking him essentially about why he's like not so hated anymore. And I think one of the best comments was simply because he doesn't drive Toyota anymore. And I think that stands up. So yeah, we'll see. Hopefully Dakota. Wait, we got a text. Oh man. Yeah, just grab your AirPods and get on your cell phone. God damn it, Dakota. Oh God. Yeah, that's what I have to deal with. So anyway, I do have somebody waiting in the waiting room though, which I could just bring him in since I'm like fucking by myself for this episode anyway. It is a person that y'all have probably seen before. I don't know if you've ever seen his face before. I haven't, so this is kind of cool. He goes by the name of Dale. I don't know, how you would classify his Twitter. Oh, wait, hold on. We might have a co-host.
Is this thing work?
You son of a bitch.
I'm sorry. Better late than never, I guess.
Yeah, that's true. What up, dude? Welcome.
Am I moving? Am I working good?
Yeah, actually you are. You're like not lagging at all.
Praise the heavens. Well, for now. Yeah, what's up? What's up, y'all?
Oh, man. Look at the chat, dude. Kyle fucking Busch all over the chat.
Oh shit! Go rowdy, Kyle fucking Busch. I'm fucking sold, dude. We've been
hyping just fits in with RCR.
We've been hyping him up, and I am totally on the fucking train.
Yeah, we've been on that train ever since we heard the news. Obviously, as an RCR fan, I was fucking ecstatic. You get arguably the best current Cup driver there is. Obviously, you can argue, but he's definitely in like the top 5. Nobody's gonna argue that. So yeah, Kyle Busch. We're definitely gonna talk a lot about him. Dakota, you haven't. I was just kind of doing the introduction for our guest who's in the waiting room. He's going to come on for a little bit. We're going to chat about Auto Club.
Yeah, he's your buddy, right?
After that, he'll hop off and me and Dakota can kind of go into everything else that we were going to talk about.
I know we've been MIA. We've been busy. Sorry.
We got a lot.
Partied a little too hard the last couple weeks.
Yeah. And I got to wake up early tomorrow. So this is awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, he goes by the name of Dale on Twitter. I think probably a lot of y'all have interacted with him, or he's interacted with you. He seems to be in people's mentions a lot. So I wanted him to just come on so we could talk about this rather than over Twitter, because nothing is worse than trying to have a conversation on Twitter.
We're settling scores on the podcast.
Yeah, no, I'm glad he came on. That's so much better than just chatting on Twitter.
Bring on the boy.
Let's go. Here is Dale. What's up, Dale?
Hey, I just want to say all opinions are Dale's and not those of my employer.
What's up,
Okay,
man?
wait. So are you Dale, or are you like literally from the grave? This is opinions from Dale.
Little both.
Oh
Oh, all right,
shit! Oh my god! Now you're kind of freaking me out.
dude. I like the shirt, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. I like the
Yeah, hell
swag.
yeah.
What shapes are those? Are those Yeats?
No, Pit Vipers.
Oh,
Oh,
legit.
gross. You know what you could do instead of spend like an entire month's rent on pit vipers? Dakota, why don't you tell him what he could do
Oh
instead
man, dude,
of
for
spending
like
all
a
that money on
eighth
pit
of the
vipers?
price, you could just go to yeatsofficial.com and use discount code Chairgating and get some other cool shades. When those break, dude,
10%
we'll
off.
hook you up. We'll get you some. We'll get you some yeats.
Sounds good.
All
Hell
right,
yeah,
Dale.
bro.
So let's jump right into it. Thanks for coming on. Now, persuade me why Auto Club needs to be torn up.
All right, yeah. So little background on my perspective. I'm from Southern California,
Oh shit,
and
local.
I probably went to every single Auto Club race from 2001 to 2009. That's the only NASCAR track I'd ever been to.
Cool.
Hell
When
yeah.
I say those years out loud, you can probably see why I maybe don't have the same affinity for
I was
Auto Club
literally
now
about to
that
mention that, but okay, go on.
Yeah, I mean straight from the source.
Yeah.
yeah, so certainly right now, without a doubt, Auto Club is probably the best intermediate track on the schedule. It puts on the best racing right now. But having been there for a decade in those early years, I do fear that a repave would kind of bring us back to that old Auto Club and also bring us back to what we've seen out of Michigan for about the last 12 years since they repaved around, I believe is '08, 2011, somewhere around there.
I could see something like that. Like,
Okay.
yeah, because Auto Club, like, it's probably like the last 10 years it kind of started getting there, but like late early thousands or whatever, it was kind of okay, typical. And then Michigan, when they repaved, like
Yeah.
Michigan was getting so good. We were getting those
Mhm.
Yeah.
great battles, guys running different lines, and then they repaved it. And it's like just now Michigan's starting to come along.
Right. So that's kind of my opinion is that Auto Club, if you repave now, you might not be getting a good race until around 2035. Um, and Michigan is just starting to get to the point now where it is about where Auto Club was in like 2010, where it's just kind of gaining its footing. I could see Michigan over the next decade kind of becoming what Auto Club is today. And in that case, I don't think we need a freshly paved Auto Club for 10 years when we can finally have a fresh new short track in a location that's not Carolina, Virginia. And kind of, bring that short track racing back. Now, I know the next gen car did not put on great short track racing last year.
Every time I'm
And
about to say something, I feel like you're reading my mind.
Yeah,
Because I was
I
literally about to bring this up about with this new car. I mean, that we are losing one of the best races we have.
I'm trying to be patient and hope they get it figured out. I know they're trying new things for the upcoming races this season, but man, last year was rough on the short tracks.
Yeah, so last year was pretty bad on the short tracks. I don't know that the changes are entirely what's needed this year. I think it might be a little better, but not what we expect out of short track racing. But frankly, we saw this with the COT, with the next gen or not next gen, the Gen 6 a little bit. 2013 wasn't great. Um, I think it tends to take NASCAR a couple years. If you look at the difference in racing on the COT from 2008 to 2011, it's a huge difference. So I'm not sure it's time to say we actually don't want any more short tracks in the first year of the gen or the next gen. When maybe 5 years down the road, if it's still bad, which would be a surprise to me, uh, then we can talk about that. But right now, I have a feeling that short track racing in 3 or 4 years is going to be NASCAR short track racing again.
I mean, you might be right. And I think my biggest concern about the whole situation is we're not talking about a short track because they say, oh, that's what the fans want. We're talking about a short track because that's the only amount of land that they kept. Right. They did this for, what, $544 million sale. which I would take too. I love racing, but I might also take that check. So it's just unfortunate we're not even having a conversation about like, is this best for racing? Is this best for NASCAR? We're having a conversation of what is the best case scenario left that we have after they sold this. Not to mention, we don't even know if they're actually going to build a track.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you being a local, it sounds like you're definitely pro short track. You wanting a short track out there on the West Coast.
Yeah, so I agree with that a little bit, what you said, where it sounds like they partially just did this for land sale. But the thing is, this land sale started in 2019, and I think if you ask anybody in 2019 if they want a short track or Auto Club Speedway as it was, uh, over 90% of people are going to say they
I
want a short
agree,
track at
but
that time.
even if 90% said no, they still would have said, yeah, we don't care. We're taking that $544 million. Who's
That's
turning down
possible.
$544 million? Dollars?
That's certainly possible, but I think part of the reason I think they said we want another short track, and then they looked at the tracks in NASCAR's portfolio and which track is sitting on the most valuable land, and that's Auto Club Speedway.
Right, right. You did mention on Twitter that these talks, these deals last so long that because it started in 2019, just because we have good racing now doesn't mean that changes anything. But I mean, last year we also had a really good race.
Right. Yeah. And
So
I agree with that.
they saw the good product on the track last year. They could have, that's a year ago. They definitely could have pulled out then.
I agree with that, and I think that still just goes back to the fact that, some people say, "Oh, just don't repave Auto Club." I think if you do that, you're chancing a situation like we had. What was it, 2009 or so, when Martinsville tore up and took Jeff Gordon out of the race when he's in the
Right.
chase in the
Yeah.
championship hunt. You don't want a situation like that. So, and I think anybody would agree that we're real close to that point with Auto Club Speedway. And that just goes back to what we are talking about earlier, where a fresh repave is chancing 10 more years of what we saw at early Auto Club, because those bad races, they weren't with the COT, they weren't with the Gen 6. um, they were with the 90s and 2000s Gen 4 cars, which were, up until the next gen, probably the best product we ever saw in the 1.5 mile ovals,
Dude, I miss
2 mile
those
ovals.
cars.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Right. So we all miss those cars, but we don't miss Auto Club Speedway racing with those cars. That was probably the most hated track on the schedule throughout the 90s and late 90s and 2000s.
It was like the
Um,
Roush playground out there.
yeah, exactly. You always had Greg Biffle, Matt Kenseth, somebody leading by 14 seconds on lap 23. And, you'd take your friends out to see that product. You've been raving to them about NASCAR. You take them to California Speedway. They're all hyped. And then I think Jeff Gluck kind of mentioned something like this on the teardown. But yeah, 35 laps in, they look at you and say, so is it just 3 more hours of this? And at California Speedway, it sure was. The only real standout race I remember going to in those years was when Elliott Sadler just won on fuel mileage. We all thought Reed Sorensen was going to win one.
Oh hell.
I mean, it sounds like you're, making the best of the situation, which is good. It sounds like you have a very positive mindset about this. But let's pretend that they're not selling the land. All right. This is all hypothetical, obviously. They're not selling the land. We still have the track. And they go, hey, Dale, we're either going to repave or we'll tear it all down and build a brand new short track. Which one would you take?
I still think I would take the short track plan, because this Bristol Martinsville hybrid they're talking about, essentially a high banked Martinsville, is unique on the schedule, and it's not a layout that you can just say, "Oh, well, we can just go to this existing track, Irwindale Speedway or whatever." As awesome as that would be, it's a unique short track. We already have Michigan on the schedule, and freshly paved Auto Club is going to race a lot like Michigan has those last 10 years. And um, I love what they've been doing with the schedule in terms of variety. I mean, if you look at the 2013 schedule and look at today's schedule, it's amazing how much better it should be. With the next gen car, questionable with the road courses and short tracks, but certainly if you showed the schedule to anybody in 2013, I think they would be uh, very excited to have what we have now, as opposed to 2 races at Pocono, 2 races at Michigan, 2 Kansas, 2
Right.
Auto Club, 2 Vegas. Yeah.
Yeah, it's great that they're trying things for sure. Yeah. Well, okay, how about like Chicago? Do you like that edition?
I do like the addition of the street course. I don't think I don't know about getting rid of Chicagoland, because that is a place that was just coming into its prime and is not ready for a repave. You can race maybe 10 more years there. And if it's just sitting, in the Chicago winters, you're just wasting good years at that track
Yep.
that before you need a repave. We all know that that's another track that was not good even with the early 2000s Gen 4 car. Um, so a freshly repaved Chicago, not something I'd look forward to, but Chicagoland right now would be fantastic, especially with these cars. And I believe there was a good segment where they raced twice in Chicago, did they not?
What was that?
I
I'm not.
think there was. I think that was it. I feel like there was a year where they did have 2 Chicago races,
They definitely did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
but
my
they
whole
weren't
thing is
long.
it wasn't long, but if you can have 2 races at Auto Club or 2 races at Chicago, 2 races at Kansas, 2 races at Vegas, my thing is you can hit the same market twice, but you should never go to the same track twice. So I
I agree
think
with
you
that.
can
Like
do
The
this.
Nashville, would they could go to the fairgrounds or they could go to the super speedway or
So,
something.
okay, so what
Yeah.
about Talladega or Daytona?
Now that's going to be a little more controversial.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know about losing 2 of those. Um, Given what they did to Atlanta, not the biggest fan of what they did to Atlanta, but given what they did to Atlanta, maybe it's okay to lose at Talladega. I'd almost mourn the off-track product at Talladega more than non-track product.
Have you been to
Frankly, if you
Talladega?
lost a date there, yeah,
Okay.
I I've been to every track on the pre-COVID schedule, the
I
boring schedule.
respect that.
Every single track?
Yeah, I
Holy shit.
I I work in the motorsports industry, so
Oh, okay,
Oh,
I've done
great.
okay.
some travel on that, and
Cool.
so I have not been as
Oh,
a
hell yeah.
spectator to every track, but I've
That
been at
doesn't matter,
races at
that
every
counts.
track.
Yeah, that's cool,
Um,
man.
Were you at this
so
past weekend's race at Auto Club?
no, I don't
Okay.
work. I work for a single track right now.
Okay. I didn't know if like maybe you went as a fan or something. I was gonna get your.
Oh no, I don't live there right now actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I moved east for work. Not a lot of motorsports work out there.
Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah. I understand that. That's cool,
Um,
man.
But yeah, so I think as we're moving away from these 2 dates, I mean, we had 2 dates in some ridiculous places like Michigan and Pocono back in the day, and they've
Yeah,
gotten away from that. So I think you can hit a market twice because NASCAR has not been afraid to do that in the past,
right.
going to the same track. Um, as far as Talladega and Daytona, I know Talladega tough to give up to. Daytona, I like it as the bookends right now. But if you really wanted to go crazy and get 36 unique tracks, I do think you could put Talladega where Daytona 2 is right now and put Atlanta in the playoffs and have those be your 3 super speedway races. And that would give us 3 more traditional NASCAR races
So are you
where you could go to
you
places
are
like Chicago.
classifying Atlanta as a super speedway?
I would classify it as a super speedway. Yeah, it runs the super speedway package, and I certainly wouldn't classify it. If you're betting, are you going to look at intermediate stats for Atlanta or super speedway stats?
Yeah, I mean that's tough.
Atlanta's
I
like
I don't
its
know.
own animal.
Yeah, exactly.
I
It's
feel
Yeah,
like
kind of
it's
its
I
its
own
agree
own
with
thing.
that.
hybrid.
It's hard to pick
Kind
one.
kind of like the Roval in a way is not
Yeah.
exactly your
A
It's not a
road
basic
road
course.
workhorse
course.
guys. Yeah, certainly
Yeah,
not an oval the way they put those chicanes in.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is why I like having people on because when you break it down this way instead of over Twitter, I'm like, yeah, actually that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I will say, I think what they've done these past 2 years with California and the Clash being like 3 weeks apart is a little
Yeah,
bit of a travesty. That it reminds me of back in the day when we went to Pocono on like June 10th and July 4th, and it's like, what
right.
the hell are we doing?
We were just
Or
here.
obviously
Imagine
not
like
July 4th, but it's always like a
yeah.
month apart.
Imagine the haulers. Like we just drove out here, dude. Like I don't want to go
Yeah,
back out
so
here.
frankly, California probably should have been in the playoffs
Ooh,
with the way the track
I
was
like
right
that
now,
idea.
but certainly I hope that they spread those out when and if California comes back as a short track.
I always felt like the West Coast swing should have been like 8 races in or something. It always kind of bothered me. It was like, go ahead, West Coast swing, like right after the 500. Like, I wish
The
I'll
like we
tell
had
you
weather.
a
why they
couple
don't do
races.
that. It's
Why?
the weather.
The weather.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get it. Well, didn't it just snow?
Yeah, that's
Dude,
true.
I've never in my life seen snow in Fontana. I
Yeah.
was I was very surprised.
That's a good point, though,
I'm
Dakota. We
just
did have
saying.
to move a whole race because of snow. It
I'm just
wasn't
saying
Oh
it
snowing
was
yeah.
down
70.
here.
It was 70 degrees here. It was
Yeah,
snowing
exactly.
there.
It was
It's
sunny and
never in my
80.
life snowed down there, and my parents were sending me pictures of snow in our backyard, and like,
Weird.
yeah, it's warmer out here. It's crazy.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I just always thought like the West Coast swing is kind of cool, and I think they could do more marketing with it. But it's like it's just always kind of like we do it, and then we get on with the season, and it's like, oh yeah, that was forever ago.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with that. I mean, I don't know. The West Coast swing, I could take it or leave it. I personally hadn't been a fan of it because before they started it, I knew a lot of people that would go to at least two of Auto Club Vegas Phoenix in a year, and that became a lot harder to do. Obviously, now Vegas and Phoenix have their second date, so it's not so bad anymore. But um, for a while, I think the only Vegas date was part of the West Coast Swing, and it's like back to back with Fontana, and that was that stopped some people I knew from going to 2 races a year, and they never got back into that habit.
Yeah. Well, you know what? At the end of the day, because I do want to wrap this up so me and Dakota can, get on with the show. But at the end of the day, I will not complain about more short track racing. I do love short track racing. I go to the local short track here in South Carolina. So I'm excited about it. It's just a bummer that we're losing Auto Club. We had 2 really, really, really great years with it, and it was a lot of fun.
It's like that good dog you had that like he's old and he's tired and like it's time. Like I'm sorry, buddy, you got to go.
You gotta
And
go. I just
and
have to accept it.
like there's nothing you can do about it. You just sit here and
Yep.
wave by. And like watching those last laps was just like, oh man, like I mean, I've never been to Auto Club, so like there's nothing
Yeah.
real like sentimental there for me, but it has put on some great racing.
Dude, the
But
background is gorgeous.
and
I
dude,
always
that
wanted to
to
go
me,
to
that's
see
one of
that.
the best landscapes you've seen at
Yes.
a track, and
That's another
especially with
thing
the
that's kind
snow.
of bummer. Like, I'll never
Yeah,
get to see that. I always was
and
like, that would be so cool to
but
get
then
to
I was
watch a race
thinking,
like that.
like, watching for the last 20 years, like, my whole childhood growing up, I'm like, I've always watched a race here, and now I'll never see this again, and I was kinda like,
And the
"Huh."
last year we see snow on the mountain and
Yeah,
stuff,
I thought
like
it was like a iconic, like,
Kyle
little cherry on
Busch,
top.
I mean, yeah, honestly, it
Mountains
was
will still be there behind the short track.
yeah, that's
Yeah, it
true.
well, that's the thing, they keep talking like, well, maybe they were like, "We're gonna build a short track." Now they're like, "We might build a short track." They're like, "We might just take this money to
Yeah,
Cancun."
that's what I'm worried
Yeah,
about.
I see the worry there. I think they just want to give it their clearances first, and
Check
we
all
all
their
see
boxes.
what's going on with Nashville Fairgrounds, where they're a little uncommittal too. But
Yeah,
I think
Right.
they're trying for both, and they're just trying to get their government clearances to do what they need to
right.
do there.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a
Because
lot
they
more
would have
behind the
sold.
scenes.
They know how much that land is. If they weren't planning on building short track, they would have sold it all.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah, why hold on to the 90 or
right,
Yeah,
yeah,
85 acres or
they wouldn't
whatever,
keep 90 acres if
yeah,
they weren't gonna do it,
right?
that's
or if they
true.
didn't want to.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Alright, Dale, well, thanks for coming on, man. I'm glad that, you came on here to chat.
Yeah, man, it's great talking to you.
Alright. Yeah, thank you for having me on, praise Dale.
Oh, hell yeah,
Alright.
brother.
Take care, man.
Alright, man, peace.
Alright,
Anyways,
alright. Well, so that's what we do. If y'all
Yeah,
You
if y'all
know?
want to talk mad smack on Twitter, come on the show and we'll talk it right here.
Yeah,
I
and then usually when you talk to somebody, you're like, oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, wow, that see, we can be friends.
Yeah. So for anybody
Oh,
that
dude.
is on Twitter, just hit
Nah,
us up. We're super cool about letting people on too. I will say that.
yeah.
We like pretty much. I mean, we've let Dalton Good on this show a couple times, I think. So that if that doesn't say it,
Dalton, ride the wave, bro. He's on
yeah,
cloud 9 this week.
I know. I
I
fucking
almost was
love it
like,
for
we should
Dalton.
have Dalton on this week because
Oh
of the
shit,
implications.
Dalton, if you are still watching,
Hop on.
reply right now and say that you want to come on, and I'll shoot you the invite because that's a
God.
good point,
And
dude.
if
I
you
didn't even
are,
think about that.
chug. Oh, he's right there. Chug a
Oh,
motherfucking rowdy.
all right, yeah, and you
This
better show
just
him the
in.
route, dude. I'm inviting him. Actually,
Do it.
can you
Fucking
invite
come
him?
on. I don't have his email.
You don't have his email? Fuck.
No, you're the email guy, dude.
Yeah, I know. I'll
And
see
the
what
way
I
my
can do.
computer's acting, I honestly don't want to
That's
text
a
him.
really good point. Don't even. Yeah, I do have his email. Okay, cool. Come on. That's what the subject is.
If he can. Well, he sent shade, so he must be able to. I can literally come upstairs to my computer right now. Bring it on, baby. Bring that sexy
mm,
ass on and bring
dude,
some
we know
rowdies.
you were already on your computer upstairs watching porn.
Dude,
All right, just X out of it. Come on.
I literally thought about buying a rowdy on the way home just so I could drink it on the episode. So I was like a cheers, but like I knew I was gonna work out, and I was like, I didn't want to work out
Mm.
and then drink a rowdy.
I totally forgot too until I went live and saw Dalton commenting. I was gonna wear my 8 hat. I totally forgot that too.
It's not too late.
Yeah, well, I'm
I
pretty
started
lazy.
wearing some RCR stuff, and then I was like, this is too much because I knew what's his name's name was Dale, Opinions Dale, and I was like, oh, yeah, this is too much.
This is too much, Dale.
Mm-hmm.
You like the shirt? Dude, this is my new
I
favorite
do,
shirt. But
dude. Honestly, I don't know if it's my vision or these badass yeets, but I'm having like troubles even seeing the screen.
oh god.
I was reading the
Yeah.
comments and I was like, dude, is that me or is it these shades? I was like, oh my god, I'm getting old. What
Yeah,
shirt is it?
these beers are gonna hit me hard. This is the Justin Allgaier one that I got with you.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah,
I
dude.
told you
Sorry,
it's glow in the dark, right?
sorry. Yeah, we experienced it at Daytona. Sorry we weren't here last week, guys. We were recovering from Daytona, and it was a lot, and it was a real rough week on us personally, and we
Yeah.
just thought it was better to not have an episode. And
We were
even though we had
both
so
dealing
much,
with shit.
yeah,
So
we had so much to talk about. So I'm sure we'll briefly mention some things, but we're post Auto Club now, so it's irrelevant.
Yeah, I mean,
But we're back.
honestly, I've been sick as shit all week. This is like the first day I'm actually feeling pretty good. I
Mhm.
don't know why I'm drinking beers. I'm like, this is a mistake. I'm probably gonna throw up right
Yeah.
after this. So yeah, dude, I probably lost like 10 pounds this week. Like I've
Good.
been so goddamn sick. So
Hell
it's
yeah.
been rough. It's been rough over here in the Rattlesnake household. But
Hell yeah. Well,
glad
as
that we're
long as
back. Glad that we're here.
I'm glad you're better, dude.
Once Dalton gets on, I do want to address this too at some point.
Dude, yes. Good point, Nick.
The
Is
Bush sponsorship.
dude. Well, that's the thing, is they're like biggest talks are to Ross Chastain. And I already was like, oh, that would be cool. Like
Trackhouse.
if Bush,
Yeah.
go to Trackhouse. I'm already vibing Trackhouse.
Yep,
Like,
and it makes
that'd be
sense.
cool,
Like I
you
could see
know.
Trackhouse like pulling a big sponsor like
But then
that.
I'm like, does Ross even drink? But I was like, whatever. But then Kyle Busch,
I
huge
immediately
pimp move. Huge pimp move.
with Daniel Suarez though, like because we were talking like Ross and I was like Daniel Suarez. I was like, nah, that he needs like Modelo.
Yeah.
That would be sick if he had a Modelo
Is
car,
Modelo its
Tecate
own
car.
brand, or does like somebody make Modelo?
Modelo is I
Sorry,
think it's
I'm
just like
ignorant.
their own. It's from Mexico, so I think it's their own
Okay.
thing.
But dude, Kyle Busch saying like, I feel like this has my name written all over it. If Bush has
Which is
any
hilarious.
fucking
I mean,
like idea on what NASCAR really is, or even watches, and was seeing what's going on right now, that is a gold mine, marketing gold mine right before their eyes.
yeah.
Like
big
I could
time.
see them be like, yeah, Ross, we'll get back to you. It's get Kyle.
Get fucking Kyle on the phone.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if those conversations are in the works. But also, it's like it was a Twitter post. It could have been funny, blah blah blah.
Oh, do you see that
So
comment?
it was, and
I
then
know Norris was part of the Budweiser shit back in the day, so it wouldn't surprise me if Trackhouse got it.
well, and also, yeah, I could totally see that. Like, hey, we'll take you golfing. We'll take you to the Keys. Do you like
Yeah.
Coke? Is like I can see things like
Not in the
that going
Pepsi
on with
man.
Trackhouse money. But also, I mean, RCR, Kyle Busch, that's like they're so hot right now. Clearly.
Oh yeah.
I mean, both teams are my boy.
What up, boy?
Kyle
What the fuck is
fucking
up,
Busch.
y'all?
Welcome, special
Dude.
guest surprise.
What's up
I don't
with
know.
you, man? You're
Have we ever
famous.
had 2 guests in one episode?
What's
like,
new?
Dude, no,
Bro,
you're
what's
like really
up?
Twitter famous now.
Yeah,
when
you
I
thought
woke
last
up,
year was cool? No.
when I saw that Kyle Busch
I
quote tweet,
seriously think what happened on Monday topped last year. To be honest,
I would
with you.
say I would
I
agree,
think so
my
too.
friend. I would
think
agree.
so too.
Kyle fucking Busch shared your post, like, it was like fucking mood, baby.
Did
like,
you see
I was like,
also
what the fuck? Like,
because the quote tweet I believe was like that Monday feeling or whatever. And then Austin Dillon did something. It was like that Monday feeling, but it was like him with his son or something. And I was like, man, that's just not as cool as Kyle Busch is like with Dalton.
Dalton, what were you doing when you like checked Twitter and saw that?
I was literally like at work. Okay, so like I had to like go upstairs and like print a new panel for this truck I was
Yeah.
working on, and I'm sitting there next to the printer, like waiting for it to print, and then I get on my phone and look at the notifications, and my notifications were already like blowing up, like after
Yeah,
checking
people
flag
already seen
wave.
it.
Yeah, like it was already at like 20 notifications, whatever, like that, and then I scroll up and I get like a shit ton of tags in like a reply. I'm like, what the hell is this? And then I see that it was Kyle Busch's quote tweet. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Like, how did hell?
Yeah, wait, whoa. You have
Did
to like
end up-
double check and like, Kyle, is this a real account?
Honestly, yes, I did. Like, it was just out of nowhere. Like, nobody tagged him or mentioned him or anything like that. It was just like completely unexpected, to be honest with you.
I mean, some of your shit blows up pretty big, so I'm sure like in his circles that
You're already Twitter famous.
Yeah,
Twitter celebrity. You know what I mean?
Twitter celebrity. That's right.
But I will say this though. I didn't realize this, but I guess Kyle's internet PR guy or whatever, or like with Ratty Energy, he actually replied to my celebration tweet like the night of the race, and I didn't see it till like almost 2 days before. So because he wanted me, like he said, you're gonna need some new more Ratty Energies for the weekend. DM me your address, and then I didn't see that till like 2 days later. So I'm guessing that might be where Kyle found it.
You were still high off the fucking dub y'all just got.
Hell yeah, absolutely. So.
Ooh.
Did you have to end up muting that conversation?
Well, honestly, pull the next comment back up. I was doing that shit way before RJ was even born. So.
Oh.
Hey,
that's
I mean,
right,
they need a dig. Like, that's just facts, honestly. Like I've been doing this for like 2 years straight.
Yeah, you got me pouring bushes all over myself when Kevin.
Yeah. Bush apple. Ugh.
Bro.
Yeah. Did you have to mute the conversation? Was it just like getting?
Wait, what was that?
Dakota, is Dakota lagging or am I lagging?
Dakota is.
Yeah, God damn.
Yeah, it was me. It was me.
Did you have to end up muting the conversation because it was just blowing your phone up?
Oh hell no! I never mute conversations, dog.
Oh, dude, if I start to get more than like 10 notifications, I'm like mute.
Like I've been used to like getting a shit ton of notifications for like 5 years now, so it's really nothing new. It takes forever to like catch up on shit, but.
I keep forgetting. Sorry, dog.
Yeah, whoa. When he hit you up for the Rowdy Energy things, were you like, oh fuck yeah?
I told him like I'm sorry I was like 2 days late, but I'd send my address, and apparently they're gonna send me more rowdies sometime this weekend.
They should, dude. I've been telling
you
you
ought to
forever.
be like, yeah, I'm gonna need these weekly. So
yeah, I've been let me be your manager, dude. I will start representing you. I'll
like
take one rowdy of every 10.
They just shipped them today.
Good.
Good. Yeah, dude.
You need to be getting that shit for free all the time, man.
Yeah,
you are a walking advertisement for that man.
Yeah, and definitely be like, thanks, Rowdy Energy. Like, I would like do like do your little press release like you did that one time. But I like thanks, Rowdy Energy for this.
He's lagging. Yep, I know.
Damn it. Him and Jacob both have the shittiest internet.
Yeah,
just fuck it. Just fuck it. Just fuck it, dude. I give up.
But yeah,
I'm gonna buy him one of those router strengthening things just to put in his basement. That's all he needs.
I think it's my computer. I don't think it's my internet. I think it's computer.
I did it in my office. You get these things, and it's like a router extension.
Well, he lives right in the neck of the fucking woods, so that's
he needs the router extension thing. I'm telling you, he's in his basement. Where's your router?
Yeah, it's like the little thing, and it strengthens the signal or whatever.
You need some. I'm telling you need one for your basement.
They sell them on Amazon, or is it like you gotta go through your provider?
I don't know. I can't remember how I got mine. I think they sell them online. I just
I'm
bought
looking
one.
it up. I'm looking it up.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways,
Anyway, we got the celebrity on, dude. How was that? What was your reaction to the race, man?
Oh, dude, that was probably the best.
I guess I saw your reaction. Right?
Yeah, best race of the weekend so far, or best race of the season. Just it feels good, man. Feels good to be back. You know what I mean?
I mean, and not only this race, but like all the races so far, he's looked extremely competitive in every single one. So, how are you feeling going forward for the rest of the season?
Dude, I am very, very pleased with what I'm seeing right now. So I do know the speed is there. So I'm glad to see that. That's something we hadn't really seen in the past 3 seasons at JGR. I guess the biggest question is now, like, can Kyle like keep up the good luck? Usually it's the bad luck that's been keeping Kyle from winning most of these races. And listen to me, I was waiting with like 10 laps to go. I was just sitting there waiting for a late ass caution to come out because that's what always gets us. And I knew that if there was a late race caution, like we were done. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, literally, I watched it happen. I was sitting there watching the 2 drivers that I was rooting for to win Daytona and 1 and 2 on a fucking restart, and they decided to do the dumbest shit ever.
And I had the 8 in our picks. Like I told you, I had the 8 before, like in January. I said Kyle Busch is going to win the Daytona 500.
Yeah.
And when he was restarting there leading, I was like, oh my fucking god, oh my fucking god.
I still have PTSD from that shit, by the way. Like I'm still not over it.
Yeah. I said once that caution came out, I was like, it's over.
Oh, I knew it was over. I knew it was over.
Like, and the thing is, we were getting to such a classic finish for that race. Like I think it was going to be an iconic moment, like good finish, no matter who of them guys won.
It was going to be RCR versus RFK for those final 3 laps,
and I think it was going to get good.
Been awesome.
Yeah. And
I mean, I'm excited. I'm excited for RCR as a whole going forward. It looks like they got mad speed. I love what Kyle's doing right now. I mean,
so hot on the 8.
Yeah, Austin seems to be all about it too. They're talking about how they're friends now. Even if they're lying, I don't care. Whatever's working.
Hey boys, I'm sorry. Timeout. I will be right back.
All right, you gotta go shit.
No. Hold on.
No. Amazon's at the front door. Well, hope Dalton's okay.
Hope Dalton's good.
So
anyway, we had a race.
We went to Auto Club, guys. I know we talked a lot about from locals out there at Auto Club.
We go
dude.
On.
Yeah, like I said, man, I was thinking about it when I was watching the Xfinity race afterwards. I was like, this is the last. Does anyone realize this is the last time we're going to see this racetrack?
And you know what sucks is I didn't watch the Xfinity race. I passed out. I was sick as shit, man.
Really,
I was like legit in the bathroom in the
you
toilet.
You should have ate that sucker at a stripper snatch, bro. I told you.
You double dog dared me. I had to.
You sick son of a bitch.
You sick son of a bitch. All right, here he is.
Oh my god. Oh, is the package there already?
No, I ordered some fucking pizza, dog.
God, of course. That's the most iconic Dalton thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, facts.
Oh my gosh, that's so Dalton. I know
this is coming on. So
now when you get that Papa John sponsorship going.
Yes, sir.
Dalton, what last year when this was announced in the fall, and everybody was kind of like, what's going on with Kyle? Where's he going? And then the RCR deal emerged and came out. You were pretty skeptical. You were kind of like, I don't know how I feel about this. Whatever. Fuck Joe Gibbs, this and that. How are we feeling now?
Oh, dude, I'm feeling a hell of a lot better. Like, and I was skeptical. I will admit that. That was probably a big mistake last year.
No, I mean, to be fair, RCR the past number of years has been very mediocre. So it's
they've just kind of been a B team, just floating right there. But I think
it was the next gen car that changed.
Well, I think the tides are turning, and RCR is taking the helm.
I think it was them being a big part of the development for that next gen car that really helped the team. Because I mean, we saw what Tyler Reddick did in the 8 last year, and that's kind of what I was saying about Kyle Busch going into the 8 was, hey, if Tyler Reddick can do that in the 8, like
imagine what Kyle Busch can do.
And who was that? Chase Elliott that said that. In the interview, he was for anybody that was doubting Kyle Busch, like, what the fuck?
You're out of your mind,
yeah. Like it was that was a great.
It's already a winning car, and now you just put one of the greatest drivers of all time.
Exactly.
So
and what I was gonna say was like RCR just I don't think has been all that relevant ever since Kevin Harvick left, so that's why I was very skeptical about it. I didn't really pay attention, the speed that Tyler Reddick had last season. So, but when that press conference happened, and Richard Childress literally compared Kyle to Dale Earnhardt here, I'm like, you know what? I think he may have just found his home. And then,
hey, Fred, let's go, boy.
And then the very next Saturday at Bristol, when he blew the engine for the second time in 3 weeks. I was like, okay, fuck it, I'm ready to go to RCR now. This is it.
Yeah.
Like,
I
fuck
remember
team,
that.
dog.
That was the tipping point.
I also
Yep.
think they've hired a bunch of people in the last year or two that like crew chiefs and crew members, and they've really thrown all hands on deck getting that program going.
And that's interesting because you usually don't see that kind of like liveliness with a team that's, you know, the owner's like getting older and older and older. Nothing against Richard Childress. He's definitely out there still kicking ass. But usually the older they get, it seems like the things start to slow down. So I'm wondering how much of that is actually Austin helping out.
I mean, I could definitely see like Austin Dillon like taking like a leadership role at RCR later on, because
I could see it happening sooner than later.
Yeah, like this was the start of it. Like just bringing
in Kyle Busch.
Yeah.
And Austin's sounding like more, I want to say like a politician, but more like
a manager,
in his interviews. In his interviews, he's talking about Kyle and the program and RCR, and he's like, and we did good.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, and talking about Kyle Busch coming over and elevating the whole organization, just 2 races in, count the Clash if you want. Austin to me already is looking in mid-season form. Like Austin's already looking like he's clicking off speed. He was up there scrapping in the top 5, the bottom of the top 5. I think he finished 9th.
Yeah, top 10 finish.
Like that.
I mean, I had somebody texting me, giving me shit about how he's like
right
playing.
Here. He finished 9th. Yeah,
he's playing second fiddle to Kyle Busch, and like he's not the RCR team lead anymore. And I go, hey, if he's getting top 10 finishes on a regular basis as second fiddle, I'll fucking play second fiddle all day, baby.
Well,
like I'm cool with this.
Austin always kind of floats in the background, scraps for a strong run here and there. Maybe is really good at some super speedways. The Clash, he finished second. Daytona 500, he's pushing Kyle to lead lap 200. And he's fighting Kevin Harvick for 5th in the 10 to go at Auto Club. When do we see that from Austin Dillon in the past 3 or 4 years?
Yeah. And I mean, like you said, you know, every time he's interviewed, anytime he's talking about Kyle Busch. It definitely seems like he's kind of setting himself up. Maybe, I don't know. Like, I don't know what the situation with his dad is, but like, you know, when Richard Childress does eventually step down, which he will have to do at some point. I mean, I don't know. The man like just still acts like he's 50. I think
his dad's competition director or something.
Yeah, but what I mean is like when Richard
I can
Childress
see Austin
down,
coming into like VP or CEO or something, you know, one of the roles.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I'm liking it. And then they could bump, you know, Austin Hill into another car.
There we go. I don't hate that either, actually.
So yeah, man, I'm really, we've been, even before the season, we were talking about some RCR, and now that it's clearly on the board, saying about, I think that AKA did the car a little bit longer.
I agree.
But
I just want Austin Dillon like show me results this season. Like now you got like yourself a good teammate at that team right now. Like start finishing top 10, be consistent every single week.
Make the playoffs before the conversation even comes up.
Exactly.
That's what I was just gonna say. Look, I know he can get a win. He'll get a win a season. That's cool. But I'm with Dalton. I want to see some consistency. I want to see a lot of top 10 finishes. You know,
and I think we could see it.
People forget, like in the point standings last year, he actually did do pretty good. I think he finished with more points than Reddick, didn't he?
He finished ahead of Kyle last year too in points.
Yeah. So like people forget,
Kevin Harvick.
You know. So I mean I agree with Fred. Like I don't think he's stepping down right away, but it does look like he might have a lucrative career in management ahead of him whenever he does want to step down.
He's definitely not. I don't think he's got anything to worry about.
Escape that Kyle Busch
LTC,
fan. We're all Kyle Busch fans now, motherfucker.
I am everywhere.
I am honestly on the fucking Kyle Busch train.
I know, it's so awesome.
I love it, dog. Please come over.
But dude, I mean, there was a bunch of other teams on this. Kyle gets his 61st win. Super cool. I thought it was really cool that Kyle Busch won the last race on this racetrack, where he also got his first win.
Yep.
I thought that was pretty like nostalgic and cool.
Did you notice in that video I made, the TikTok, I put his first Cup win?
Yeah. I saw it when
that was before the race even started. I'm just want to throw it out there.
Just saying.
All right, there we go.
It was the only clip that I had of the actual victory of anybody winning. So,
yeah, man, sad to see the track go, but fuck it for season. Hey, but dude. I mean, we're some big Trackhouse guys over here. Trackhouse showed the fuck up and laid it out on the table for these guys. Suarez went to the back into the front again, just like Kyle Busch did. And Ross I thought it was Ross's to lose, but you could tell Ross had the car, but the 8 car kept working on it. He went to the back, came to the front, and the 8 car definitely had the better car.
That was a great battle, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fox really combusted that fucking filming.
Oh my God.
But yeah, I mean, I think Trackhouse was there to fucking play. Somehow Chase Elliott snuck in for P2. What the fuck did that?
Oh my
He
God.
wasn't even
I
up there
honestly
all
forgot
day.
until you just told me. Holy
Yeah, Chase
shit.
Elliott finished P2, and it was like, because I thought Ross was P2, and then I was watching like the leaderboard, seeing where Kevin was still battling, and it was like 3 to go, and it was like Chase Elliott P2, and I was like, I thought he was like 19th. I was like,
Yeah,
what the
dude.
fuck?
Wow. That is funny. I forgot.
Yeah,
I was thinking Ross Chastain as well. But I mean, Trackhouse, man, they should.
Trackhouse finishes P3, P4. Kevin Harvick P5. I'll take it to start the year.
Definitely.
Denny Hamlin P6. Brad K spins and comes back to P7. I think RFK is making a little bit of strides.
We'll see.
I mean, it's early.
Yeah.
We'll see. But I mean, for the 6 car to scrap a top 10 is huge. Alex Bowman forgot he existed.
Oh, the black cat cursed Ross.
Oh, yeah, we need to talk about the damn black cat.
Damn.
Joey Logano was super fast and then disappeared with 20 to go.
That's a good point.
He was up there battling for. We had that awesome battle for the lead
yeah.
when Kyle and Ross were side by side, and then Joey
awesome.
split it or like went low and then just blasted him.
Man,
that was
such good losing this track. That was so awesome.
The race was amazing. I can't wait.
Dude.
I can't wait to rate it.
It was such a good race.
I mean, there was a bunch of good runs for guys.
The new key to our 2-car games. I mean,
you might have a point there. LTC.
Yeah, that is really interesting. I haven't thought about that. Actually.
I do want to say this though. I know Kyle had like a great long run car the whole entire day, but I thought Ross was a tick better than him the whole race.
Yeah, I think Ross had speed. What I heard from all my listenings was that Ross had an awesome car. Kyle got the penalty, had to fight all the way back there pretty fast. But Ross liked his car so much, he was kind of like, leave it alone. Don't, they made small adjustments. The 8 car, they were like, Kyle's Kyle. Kyle was telling him exactly what they needed or what he needed, and they were giving it to him. And Kyle, they were making big adjustments, and Kyle was getting faster and faster.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he's happy he had RCR then, because it doesn't sound like what he's.
Well, this car was fast there last year. You remember Reddick was kicking ass before Byron just like ran into him? So, I mean, I'm just saying the 8 car's fast automatically, and now you're putting Kyle Busch in the fast-ass car.
And remember, that was the same car that Reddick ran last year.
Exact same one?
Yeah, exact same one.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that specifically.
Damn. Yeah. Are you there?
Damn it. Hey.
Oh,
you're back. You're back.
I said I loved that Lucas Oil scheme. I thought it was sexy.
I was not expecting that scheme to come out, but yeah, I really enjoyed it. But I'm having trouble with the new paint schemes already this season. I cannot find Kyle on TV anymore. Like, I'm so used to the M&M's paint schemes for the past 15 years.
That's going to take you a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last week at Daytona, I got his 3-cheese scheme and Eric Jones's Gun N' Roses car mixed up. This week I got Kyle Larson's HinderCars.com scheme and his Lucas Oil scheme mixed up.
His car did look like Kyle Larson's.
Well, and then Eric Jones this week ran the Allegiance blue car. I mean, there was a bunch of blue cars on
Dalton,
track.
stand up. Let me see that shirt.
Oh, yeah. So
is that a new one?
I actually got this last year. So since this is Las Vegas week, this is his car that he ran at the Vegas Bull Ring right across the street.
That's sick, dude.
Yeah.
I like that.
I did get this today. Hold on. Dakota's already seen it.
I really liked the one in the video.
Hold on just one second.
The one in the video. Let me see that. Oh, damn. That's sick, dude.
Can't wait to wear that tomorrow night.
The one in the video, is that a sweater or a long sleeve?
Yeah, that's my sweater that I got that I told you to get.
You told me to get that one?
Yeah, I told you you need to buy that sweatshirt at Daytona.
If there's KFB merch, Dalton's got it.
Damn, that is a really cool sweater.
Dude, it is the comfiest sweatshirt that I own, man.
I might have to snag one of those next race I'm at, honestly. I saw you in the video rocking it. I was like, damn, that's clean. All right.
Dude, I told you Dalton, when we were in Daytona, I was looking at Kyle merch and I was like, ooh, he was. Look at that. And I was like, dude, I'm gonna fucking buy some. I was like, I'm gonna fucking buy some.
Dude, the RCR hauler was just like the
RCR hauler is
Kyle
popping off.
Yeah.
I mean, they still have the Austin stuff, and they brought back the Goodwrench stuff.
Yeah, it's not just like 3 merch. They have like Goodwrench merch.
Yeah,
and it's pretty.
The
sick.
RCR hauler is clean right now.
Coming to a track near you.
Dalton, you have pineapple on your pizza.
Hell fucking no, dude. Who does that shit?
I do.
I do.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Pineapple is delicious.
That's my favorite pizza.
Yeah, same.
I like pineapple, but not on fucking pizza.
Have you tried it?
Dear Lord.
I don't think I want to.
Exactly. I knew it. Anytime somebody's
Well,
like,
this comes from the guy that didn't know what wool was.
I knew you were gonna bring
live
that shit
that
up at
down.
some point.
Never live it down. Dude, try it. I used to be like you. I used to say that too. And then finally my wife was like, shut up and try it. And I was like, all right. And I tried it. I was like, holy shit. My whole world
pineapple on
just
tons of
down.
stuff.
The only time I eat pineapples is when it's on the grill and I pour it all over it with the teriyaki sauce.
Dude.
Yeah. On your burger,
you can grill the
tacos.
pineapple and then put it on the pizza. It's delicious.
Oh, okay. You know what? That actually doesn't sound bad anymore.
I'm telling you.
Live a little, Dalton. You only live once, bro.
You just got to try it once. And then
if you don't like it, spit it out.
Okay. Since you brought up the grilled thing, that I'm kind of
because I love.
I bet your dad could fuck it up, dude. Like he would make it badass.
Actually, yeah, that's facts.
Yeah, dude. I think your dad on Snap now. My favorite is grilled pineapple, pepperoni, and jalapeno. It's delicious.
I'm gonna try his steak next time I go back home.
Good. Oh yeah, Dalton doesn't eat steak. For those that didn't know.
I've tried steak like in so many places. I just can't like it, but it was the same thing with ribs. Like,
Dalton starts eating steak. He grows a sick mustache and like starts getting hoarse.
Dude.
Like I tried ribs at this one restaurant and I didn't really like it all that great. I thought it was tasteless, but then I tried my dad's and with the way he rubs it, like it just makes it.
Yeah, you gotta try. Yeah, you have to have a good
steak. And they're like, Dalton, what about Kyle Busch's win? Yeah, fuck NASCAR. It's gay.
He starts banging a bunch of chicks.
Yeah, that's just lame, dude.
Oh, you're really cool, man.
Let's go.
Smoking cigarettes.
What? No.
Dalton cannot be trusted anymore. I would never trust a non-steak eater.
You probably shouldn't, dog. Sorry.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Okay, so one race is over. Auto Club. We're done with Auto Club. Never again.
R.I.P.
We'll see if we ever get a short track. Who knows? Kyle Busch, so hot right now.
So hot.
RCR going on.
Oh, yeah. I loved it.
We love it.
You need to put the damn eagle mask on and do your little 4 thing and be like,
There we fucking. Now we're talking. Now
Dude,
we're talking.
that would be cool.
Yeah, you'd be like,
No, I'm gonna do that shit in the Talladega Boulevard. I swear to God.
Oh hell yeah! Are you gonna be in Dega? Spring
Hell
Dega?
yeah, I am.
Okay, good.
Yeah, his ticket's in our group.
Hell yes. Okay.
Oh yeah, dude, I can't
Love it.
fucking wait.
Should we rate the race?
Yeah, let's do it while we got Dalton on. We
Yeah.
didn't get to. We didn't even have picks. I wish we would have because
I know.
I probably would have picked the 8 car because I've picked them every week. And
Yeah, at some point you gotta pick somebody. This is getting ridiculous. I'm like trying to pick different people, and
I just keep picking
Dakota's
the 8
like
car.
Kyle fucking Busch, like every
Yeah.
fucking week.
It's a shame we're going to Vegas because I might just pick the 8 car.
Dude, okay, look, I'm picking him. I'm already calling him. This is bullshit, but we'll get there when we get there. All right, go
right.
on. We're
But
gonna do the race.
let's send Callie off and a beautiful fucking Chris lullaby and rate this bad boy. Auto Club's last race. I'll let you go first, Rattlesnake. And I mean, we never even rated the 500. We'll leave it empty. But we'll give
It's
Auto
also
Club.
hard to rate them when you were there. You know what I mean? It's always a little different.
Yeah.
Okay, like Dalton, what would you rate the 500? Just out of curiosity.
That shit hurt me, but if I
Kyle Busch aside, race as a whole.
yeah, race as a whole, it was actually very decent. I would do probably 7.3.
Okay.
I can see that.
Yeah. I when we were there watching it too, I was like, I'm worried people at home are gonna be bored or something.
Yeah, or not.
Well,
like
the
it.
only thing that made me mad was just the nonstop ass commercials for Fox. Like that
I
frustrated
heard.
the shit out of me, dog.
I heard that sucks, man.
Yeah, I heard the broadcast was god awful,
Yeah, it was so bad, dude.
which would
Like,
definitely swing our votes being there.
So it looks like last year, I think you gave it an 8.5 and I gave it an 8.6.
The 500 or Auto Club?
No, Auto Club.
Ooh. Let me look at my notes. Yep. Yeah, I gave it 8.6. You gave it 8.5. Wow, that sounds pretty accurate.
So I'm gonna go.
It was I thought it was a good race. There was a lot of good racing. The nostalgia, the landscape. A lot of people were like, I always get fucking pissed off with this when people are like, well, the finish was boring. Like, oh my god, the racing was amazing, and then
The finish was just like how many
the
laps
best
was that?
car, yeah, the best car took off and led
Yeah.
and won. Like, I'm sorry, there
It was a
wasn't fucking
great
spin.
battle.
Dude, I did not want a late caution, man. Like
Yeah.
both as a Kyle Busch
No
fan
one
and as a NASCAR
does.
fan. Like,
It's like if there's not a side by side photo finish or a green white checker, people are like, oh. And it's
Dude,
like,
a late
what?
caution would have ruined that fucking race.
Yeah,
exactly.
I thought the race was
Exactly.
crisp and natural.
Kyle Busch had a great battle to take the lead. I mean, pit stops were awesome. Like, no, a late caution would have ruined that whole thing.
oh, it would have been
Oh.
a shit show if there would have been a green white checker.
Ugh,
Oh,
yeah.
Guaranteed.
Yeah,
I'm so happy we didn't get that. Like, Daytona
Yeah.
500 would have been better without that last caution. You know, like,
Yep.
we always
Maybe
have
there's
one
something
too
in the
many.
sauce, NASCAR. Maybe we don't need all these crazy yellows and
Yeah,
crazy
maybe
restarts.
just
at
let the
end.
racing go and organically it's entertaining.
Yeah.
Cutting right name near wrecked Kyle. Okay, so what are you going, Dakota?
Ooh. 8.8
Oh,
for the 8 car.
damn.
Send it off in style. I know I'm kind of reaching, but it's last track. The girl needs to get a good score. The mountains were beautiful. The broadcast was okay
It
at
was okay.
best.
Yeah, it wasn't the
And
worst.
they
We
could
had
do way worse. I've seen way
Yep.
worse Fox.
Mhm.
And I mean, the race was good, dude. There was 3 wide battles for the lead. There was a 4-way battle for second that Fox cut away from. There was comers and goers, tire wear. There was natural cautions of like, oh, what the fuck, and a big one. I mean, the racing was great. The 8 car won. RCR. I mean, I honestly, this
like
is
8-8.
everything I kind of want in a race, man.
Mhm. Yeah, I agree. I already had mine written down before you said it.
Ooh.
And I'm kind of bummed that you did 8-8 because like that's so much better. I put 8-7 because I gave it
Look at
8-6
us.
last year, and last year 8-6. That if you remember,
That was
an
you kept saying that
incredible-
was your favorite race.
that
You're
was
like,
my
Auto Club,
favorite.
Auto Club.
Well, the Coke 600 was my favorite. The Auto Club was my second favorite last year. I loved that.
you were high
race.
on Auto Club last year.
And you know, the racing overall was about as good as last year. I would say it's almost as good as last year, but it's the last one. Like he said, that background with the snow in the mountains. We got Kyle
was
Busch,
beautiful.
first year in RCR, his first win at RCR, the last win at this track. I mean, you got to give it at least an 8-7. Obviously, you gave it an 8-8, so now mine looks fucking lame. But Dalton, what would you give it? 9.9?
I got to do 8-8 too, man. Just
I know that's good, right?
Now it will never top 2013 California. That will never be.
That was
defeated.
my. I've
That's
always
fine. Yeah,
I've
that's
always
fair.
told you since I knew you that was my favorite Kyle Busch scheme.
No, the
Ooh,
White
The
Lightning.
interstate,
White
yeah, the
Lightning.
interstate.
That's
That
what
was
I
my
called it.
favorite 18 scheme, where the hood was ripped open and the slide. I loved that car.
That was
Good
a
old
good
White
one.
Lightning. That's what I called her.
Okay, so we all love this race. I mean, I think what was Jeff Gluck's? I had it pulled up.
I think it was 91.
It was a 90. I thought it was a 90.
91.5.
Oh shit!
Okay.
91.5. That's got to be
Yeah.
like one of the highest.
And he gave it a whole paragraph like that's the such and such race. to
Yeah,
reach the
that's what I
90
copied. So he
bracket,
said,
and
was
we're
Fontana,
taking this track off the schedule.
Yeah, he said, was Fontana a good race? 90% of you said yes, given the track back-to-back races in the 90 club. So
I get it, man. Like, hey, you
Yeah.
want $544 million? Yeah.
yeah,
Alright,
that's the
well-
thing. That's the
Well,
like
I thought
would
that
take it
post was
too.
hilarious. What did it cost?
Everything.
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 Yeah.
So,
That's what I was saying with Dale when he was on. I was like, look, if I'm in their shoes, I'm taking $500 million. Sorry. Like I
Yeah.
love the racing, but it's not worth $500 million to me.
yeah, I'll take $500 million.
Yeah. So I get it. I
sorry.
get it. It just sucks. But you
sucks.
know what? I'm glad that we all have a good last memory of it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
was
I-
really, I don't know about y'all, but I was really nervous that if it was bad, it was just going to be the worst, like sour. I was worried nobody was going to be there because of the weather.
I was worried
Um,
about it getting rained out and like pushed to Monday. or
Yeah,
something.
I
I was
mean,
really worried about that.
There was
Like,
so
that would
many
be such a
things that could have
bummer.
gone wrong and ruined the last race at Auto Club.
Yeah.
But it ended up so well, and the crowd was huge, man. It
Yeah,
looked
they
so
packed
good.
that
showed
place
up.
out. They packed that place out. And I thought, even though like I hated that Saturday got rained out when they didn't practice and stuff, and I hated kind of how the Xfinity race was after, but I thought if you watch Xfinity race, they started in daylight right after Cup race, and then the sunset was fucking gorgeous. And they were like,
I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch that one.
well, they were like, as the sun sets on their last race on this beautiful racetrack, like they did. Well, the Xfinity broadcast was phenomenal compared to what we just watched, and it had a sick, gorgeous sunset with the mountains and the sunset, and then it ended under the lights. Got to use the lights one more time. So,
yeah.
and I remember they used to have some Auto Club night races, and
those were beautiful.
It was cool to see. I know it was Xfinity race, and it was a pretty good race. It was just like so cool to like, man, this is a great way to send this track off.
Yeah, I definitely need to go back and rewatch it. I saw a bunch of
or just watch the highlights, man. The sunset was gorgeous.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've seen a lot of the clips from it, and I know a lot of people were talking about the commentary for the Xfinity versus the Cup.
Dude, yeah, it was energetic,
yeah,
pizzazz.
You want to make some picks?
I was gonna say, Dalton, since you're on here showing your badass shirt off, we're going to Viva Las Vegas, bro.
Hell yeah.
This track is a sleeper. I think this track is underrated. This track puts on some fucking great racing, and no one like even acknowledges it.
That's facts, dude. Like, I've always loved this 1.5 mile track, and with the Gen
especially
7
since the rebuild, like it used to be okay.
Yeah.
This
Gen 7 cars made it so much better, and the restarts at this track are a lot like the restarts that we saw last week.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah,
and you can run whatever you want.
Different lines, comers and goers. It plays out as a race. Like, oh, so and so's got it. Their setup figured out. He's coming. There's passing. We get some natural caution. Some guy might push a guy on the front stretch. Vegas doesn't get talked about enough, and I'm glad it's in the playoffs. Now, I mean, I get it probably having 2 races. This market, a huge tourist attraction, is like,
right.
Hey, you get to go to Vegas and there's a NASCAR race. I've always said, like, people are like, oh, let's go to Vegas. I'm like, let's go during the NASCAR weekend.
Yes,
like, that's something I would
always say that. Like, we can go to a race and party in Vegas. Like, that sounds awesome,
right?
And a good race. And
I've never been to Vegas,
I've always wanted to go to.
Yeah, I've never been to Vegas, but I've always been like, I'd like to go to to the track and see.
I want to go watch a race there sometime.
Yeah, it looks good, and we got a triple header weekend: Trucks, Xfinity, and Cup. I don't even want to say it, but like, can Kyle fucking sweep the weekend?
Dude, he wants this bad. Oh shit.
Yeah, he's lagging again. God damn it.
God fucking damn it.
We hate you so much, Dakota.
I hate my computer. Yeah, dude, could he sweep the weekend? I think yes.
Dude, he wants this bad. Like, listen, if he were to sweep at Las Vegas, his hometown track, it would be a lot more than both his Bristol sweeps combined. Like,
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it, because it's his home track.
It's insane.
And it's been a few years since, what?
Well, the narrative is always,
I think was the last time he won.
The narrative has always been Kyle in the Truck Series. It ain't fair. Blah, 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 blah. But now I want Kyle to get in the truck and dominate and win. Switching to Chevy, his first ride in the Chevy, and on his own team, and just be like fucking mic drop, like just shitting on.
I forgot who tweeted it, but I saw it earlier today when I was taking a poop. It was like the Star Wars video game, and it was like, you said you wouldn't return or something like that, and it was Darth Vader, and he's like, I lied. It was like Kyle Busch to everyone.
Yes,
I lied. Yeah. I think Dakota's frozen again.
Yeah, he is.
All right. If Dakota comes back, we're just gonna have to go straight to picks.
Oh, I'm good.
He's not. All right, there you are.
I'm right here, dickhead.
Oh. God damn it, dude.
What? Just be
all
patient.
Right. Do you just want to go to picks since you're lagging so bad?
Does it make y'all lag, or is it just my screen?
Can you not hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
No, I think he's like 5 seconds behind or something.
What the hell?
Maybe he is.
Okay, now he's not anymore. Dakota,
I've been talking to y'all this whole time.
Now. Wave your hand.
Okay, he's fixed. He's fixed.
All right.
Sorry, it's going to
you
space
wanna
and
go-
back. I'm sorry, it's fucking slow. Damn, 2023 problems.
All right, you just want to go to picks?
Well, yeah, I want Kyle Busch to win the truck race.
You can't pick him again.
No, I
I'm
said the
cutting
truck
you off.
race.
No, I will allow it.
No,
I was talking about the
no.
truck race. I want him to win in his first ride in the new Chevy team.
Ooh, that's
Um,
you know what? That's a good point. We didn't even mention that.
I was talking about, but I was lagging.
Okay.
I wanted him to win the truck race and like mic drop on Toyota. Like I thought it'd be badass.
Yeah, that would be sick. Which is,
Um,
I mentioned, or actually before you came on the show, a lot of the one of the comments I saw during the interview with that stupid Barstool NASCAR podcast.
Oh my
ugh.
god, dude.
We were talking about that earlier.
So cringy. But he was interviewing Kyle Busch, and he's like, everybody like doesn't seem to hate you as much anymore. I'm like, shut up.
You don't
Anyway,
even know what. Yeah, you don't even know what
one
that
of the
means.
comments was like, yeah, because he's with Chevy now, not Toyota, and it got like the most likes. And I was like, that's partly true.
Yeah,
I think
Yeah.
a lot of people are just like, oh, cool, he's with Chevy now. Like, I
Yeah.
like him.
yeah. They probably don't even like know that. I don't know. They don't even know he used to drive a Chevy.
They didn't even.
Yeah.
They thought he won the first ever California race.
Wait,
Ugh.
what?
Like
The Barstool
like, you know,
account? Did they really say that?
Yeah,
don't
like-
listen to the interview.
well, I just listened to it just because it was Kyle Busch. I
Yeah,
knew
of
they
course.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
knew they weren't gonna know shit, but yeah, they thought he won the first ever California race. I'm like, bitch, his
Oh.
first career win was there. Yeah.
Oh my god, that's bad.
Hey, listen. I like how Barstool is in NASCAR. I really do. But if you're
Yep.
gonna have them do like podcasts and shit, like get somebody who knows their stuff.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we've always said. I like that they want to talk about it. and
Yeah.
stuff. That's cool.
Get a couple guys that know what they're talking about.
Who are already in the fucking industry or whatever. Like,
No,
I don't
I
know
think
where
they need
you'd
to hire
find
Dalton Good. Actually, I support. If I can vote, I think Barstool needs to hire Dalton Good.
Twitter celebrity.
He's the Twitter
Ooh.
celebrity,
Dude. Yeah, and just like fly to races and just like walk around and
Yeah.
chug rowdies.
Yeah,
That would
I'm
be
all for
badass.
that. Okay,
Getting the
Dakota.
picks.
Dakota.
All right.
Okay, so
Underdogs.
we're doing underdogs. So people that didn't make playoffs last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
You want me to start? I got one.
Yeah. you can go.
Noah.
Ooh, really? Really?
bad. Not
a
bad.
bad pick.
He got 11th here last year.
All right, that's funny because I'm going to take his arch nemesis and I'm going to take Ty Gibbs in the 54.
Ooh, I like this.
Shit.
He is us or whatever that sponsor is.
No,
He
it
gets
wouldn't be
us.
Chairgatin merging with Barstool. It'd be Barstool engulfing, eating, Chairgating this little
Yeah,
fucking
they
podcast.
could do whatever they want to me if they.
Brad
sent me to
K.
races.
Wait, did Brad K not make the playoffs last year?
No.
Nope.
Holy shit! Yeah,
Dude,
Yeah,
he was
a
like
good-
30th in
good-
points last year.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
good underdog pick.
That's
to be
so
honest.
weird, dude. I'm gonna start picking him like all the time.
Yeah.
I forgot he.
I told y'all RFK's making some strides.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
The Fords look fast.
Dalton, you're here. You got to make an underdog pick, man. Somebody that didn't make playoffs last year.
I was gonna pick Brad, but since
No,
Nick
you
stole,
weren't.
I mean, okay. Well,
actually, you know what? I'm gonna do something better. I'm gonna pick his teammate Chris Buescher.
Ooh, good pick. Good pick. He's
Yeah.
looking good fast too, dude.
dude, he
And they're
is.
making sexy schemes. They're coming out with badass schemes.
I love his fast and all schemes.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I halfway wouldn't be surprised if Busher is the first one on the team to get a win this year. Actually,
Yeah, I wouldn't either. He's the
Just
only one
throwing
that
it
won
out
last
there.
year.
yep. Okay. Well, what are we going? Okay, so now our wins. I told you that I was taking this one, man.
You
Not
can,
only am
that's
I
fine.
picking Kyle Busch to win this race, I'm picking Kyle Busch to sweep the weekend.
Big.
It's got to
flex.
happen, dude. He's rolling in hot. He's got the momentum. Everybody's behind him right now. Like we're all like, let's fucking go.
He's motivated, dog.
Yep.
You
I
know,
say let's
I'm gonna
do it.
take somebody that like always is fucking good here because Pennzoil sponsors the race.
Fuck.
It's the 22 of Joey Logano. The motherfucker's always good here. He won here in the fall.
Yep.
He's always fucking winning here every year, it seems, and never to be slept on. And it's a fucking. Have you seen the scheme he's running this weekend? It's fucking badass.
No, what?
It's
It's like Steve Park throwback, dude. It's
What?
fucking sexy. I'm gonna send it to you.
Yeah, send it to me right now. I want to fucking see that.
It's sexy, dude.
Yeah, Joey for the win. Yeah, I mean that's obviously a great pick.
Yeah, I mean you gotta go with
unfortunately.
success.
Dalton,
Uh,
you can take Kyle if you want. I know
that's exactly what the fuck I'm gonna do, dog.
Yeah, that's your boy. Obviously, you can take him.
I want this sweep so damn bad you don't even understand.
I want it for you so damn bad.
I sent you the fucking car.
I'm waiting for it. All right, Dalton, thanks for coming on kind of last second. That was cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
thanks
was
for reminding me.
cool.
That
We
was
love
fun.
fucking
Dude, we
calling
love
in.
having you on, man.
I know you wanted me to bring a Rowdy Energy. I'm actually out. Those ones I Stone Cold were my last two. So
Well, you need to get your shipment and get your sponsors to get on board.
don't worry, they're coming. They're coming. So I'm excited for that.
Bowman can fucking eat well bubbles, dude.
Dude, this is clean as
facts.
fuck.
Yeah.
Damn. You got that bumblebee. Oh man, this is not gonna go down well. All right. Anyway, Dalton, thanks for coming on. Dakota,
Yes, sir.
thanks for finally
Hey,
making
boy.
it.
Sorry, I'm gonna get this shit figured out. Trust me.
It's all good, man.
Oh Lord, another episode, dude. We're going to Vegas,
we
man.
did
I'm
it.
super excited.
did
A
it.
full weekend of racing. I think it's gonna be good, man. I think we're gonna see good racing here too, and I think the car's gonna produce good racing. I'm just kind of hyped, man. I'm kind of hyped. Broadcast aside, we'll see what happens. We didn't even talk about it, and it's okay.
We're gonna ignore it. We had so much positive to talk about, we didn't even have to think about that shit.
That's right. That's right. Go KFB. Go Harvick. I think. Yeah.
Well, I like
Good
an eagle, baby.
Dude,
Good
what's
to talk to
the
you
what's
about
the cheer gate? What's the It's Always Sunny, the eagle. Boom, stop. Boom, boom, stop.
Yeah. Boom.
The bird-
Clap. Boom. Boom. Clap.
Birds of War.
Birds
Prey
of
or whatever.
War. The chicken boys. We're the chicken
Dude,
boys.
us three, if we went to
Yeah.
a race together, that would be sick.
Talladega.
Talladega,
I'm not
dress
dressing
up
like
as
a
chickens.
chicken.
I'm bringing my fucking eagle
Painted
mask. I
on
swear to God.
Bring it, dude. Bring it, man. We're gonna have a good fucking time.
Dude, it's always fun when Dalton comes on. Thanks for stopping by.
Appreciate
Hell
you,
yeah,
boys.
brother. All right, y'all.